coming to you from Tassie. We've already been here for like a day and a half, but we have just been on the move so much and I haven't even had a chance to pick up the camera and talk to it face to face. It is my birthday week and we booked this spontaneously when we were out one night about a month ago, and it's finally come around, which is so exciting. I haven't been on an aeroplane since the beginning of 2020, just before the pandemic hit. I was very excited about, but also a little bit anxious. We flew into Hobart late Sunday night and dumped all our stuff in the hotel room, and then before I go away anywhere, I like to just have like a list of places that I would like to tick off. I'm not like a scheduler. I have more of like, these are things I'd like to do. If I don't get to them all, not a big deal, but just have an idea of what is going on around. One of the potentials I found for dinner was called In the Hanging Gardens, a few hundred meters from where we were staying. From the street, it doesn't look like much, and then you kind of walk into the back area and there's all these like shipping containers and multiple like bars and eateries. It was just really nice. So had a good feed there and a drink, and then settled into our room for the night. We stayed in a customs hotel, which was just around Salamanca Markets, I think it's called, kind of near the water area, and it was like a very cute old building and we enjoyed our stay there. Like, it was clean, comfy, felt safe, great location. We just walked everywhere when we were there. When we woke up Monday morning, Darcy, the little freak, went for a run with one of his friends that lives down here, and he ran up Mount Wellington, which is just behind Hobart. While he was doing that, that meant I got up, went for a little walk, found some coffee, walked around the docks and just checked out that area. Ready for the day because we were going to Mona. Mona is just like an epic museum of arts. Everyone who we talked about that we were going to Tassie suggested it to us, so we added it to the list. Note to self, our taxi driver from the airport reminded us that Mona is only open from Thursdays to Mondays, so initially we thought we might go on the Tuesday morning, but lucky he told us, because then we would have missed out on the opportunity to go all together. So when Das got back from his run, we went out to another cafe slash bakery around the corner. Just had a cute vibe, wanted to visit that, and the treats look so good, so we booked tickets for the ferry over there and caught that. It was such a beautiful ride. I feel like that just adds to the experience of getting there. You get to get on the harbour, is that what they call it, the harbour, the river, I don't know, and kind of see the city from the water, which was really nice. And we absolutely scored with the weather that day. It was so sunny, so it was nice to be out on the water. And then we got to Mona. We were so impressed by the just like architectural planning. It is all inset into this insane sandstone. You kind of arrive and you're like, oh, it's just like a little building, there's not much there. And then you go down these like spirals of stairs to the very bottom and work your way through the Museum of Art. I feel like that adds to the excitement, and probably the reviews of it all is just the experience of it. Walking through it, there's like sounds that are playing, there's visuals playing, there's obviously the art, the sculptures, the everything else in between. So we had a great day exploring that there. If you're going there, I would probably recommend doing the afternoon session, which is what we did, and that's when all the live music starts. So we got to have lunch and watch live music on the grass. There's some cool things in the city, Asian and Greek and other cuisines, which I was eyeing off, but this one that really stood out to me was just like a family run Italian place. All the reviews were amazing. The decor didn't look anything crash hot, but just like the food looked good and like the area looked cute as well. So we ended up going there, and the people who worked there were so lovely. The vibe was nice, the food was delicious. Even, yeah, the walk to get there was cute. And then this morning we woke up and went and got our rental car. As we were driving out through the city, I was like, let's drop into some op shops. I found an area where there was a few op shops that we could just park and walk to a few of them. Didn't have any luck at the Lifeline. And then we went to the Vinnies and I found this number for $10. An oversized, just like men's blazer jacket. Really nice houndstooth woven finish. And the good thing about this is, because obviously I live on the Gold Coast where it doesn't get crazy cold, it's not too thick. It's probably going to be warm enough for the coast, and then also oversized enough that I can layer underneath. It is just so perfect, and $10 as well for that. I've really been enjoying the vest aesthetic lately, and this one had like quite bold colors and embroidered pieces, which was so cool and unique, but I just know practically I wouldn't wear it. I'm trying not to obviously get stuff that's unnecessary on this trip because it's got to fit in my bag when we go home. And this place that we're staying at for the next 2 nights has a washing machine, so maybe I can wear it towards the end of the trip. The plan for this trip is obviously we spent the first like couple of days in Hobart, and then now we are working our way up the east coast. As I'm speaking to you, I'm looking out the windows to the Freycinet National Park, and we're in like the Coles Bay area. This is Darcy's and my first trip to Tassie, so we thought that we would just focus on the east coast and then maybe we can come back and do the more like northwest area, which looks really beautiful as well. But I didn't want to cram too much in this trip because then you just feel overwhelmed. You don't actually get to take in the places that you go to. We have made it to a little Airbnb, which I will show you. It's kind of like a little shack on someone's property, I guess, and the water is right there. The main mountain range and national park is like right there that I'm looking at. It's all like self-contained, so we've got some food to cook up here tonight and maybe make a little cheese platter if the sunset's nice. Made it back from 11.8 kilometer loop. My legs are absolutely cooked. I have not done a hike that long, potentially ever.
I think that's your longest one ever.
The walk up there was really beautiful. Got a bit of sunshine, nice views back into the bay, kind of where we're staying. And then got to the lookout, last bit of sunshine, looked into like Wineglass Bay area. It was really pretty. We were just saying you could definitely make a day of it, like start in the morning, especially if it's going to be a sunny day, go to the lookout, then like go down to the beach section and like sit there, have a little picnic, go swimming if you're brave enough and if it's sunny enough, and then finish like the second portion of the loop. We're the Powerpuff Girls. Houses are so cheap down here. You just need 20 squid. Got some fresh coffee. I think that was called granite, and the coffee is really good there. But we have checked out our little Airbnb and we're heading back north up the coast, and today's plan is no plan. I feel like the best road trip is when you have no plan. You have an idea of where you want to go and then just see what happens along the way. I've heard Bicheno, I think that's how you say it, is meant to be cute, and see what we can find. That water is. Everyone that we spoke to and we said that we were doing this drive, they said to go to the Lobster Shack, which is in Bicheno, and so we stopped there. We were there a bit early, so we had to kill some time, so we just walked around town, got another coffee and drink and sat around and just looked at the little shops, and then we went there for like an early lunch, and it was very yummy. It's actually a beautiful setting. You're kind of like literally on the water, and we could look over to the rocks and see all these seals playing around. We watched them get washed off by a big wave, which was kind of funny. I enjoyed my meal. It was really yum. And then pretty much the rest of the day we have just been zigzagging our way up the coastline. Today we just kept like going through all these little cute seaside towns. They're all so sleepy but have so much character, so nice to check out a few of them. And then where we are tonight is Binalong Bay, and we have a very cute Airbnb. It's got shelves and little like coastal touches everywhere, and literally this window right here has a deck that looks out to a beautiful view of the bay. We did drive up to Gardens Point, I think it was called, which is pretty much like the very end of the road that you get to when you do like the Bay of Fires drive. Went for a little walk around there and found a little cove which was so stunning. The water was like crystal clear. The rocks were that iconic Bay of Fire red with the contrast of the blue ocean, and like it was tucked away from the wind, so it was really calm. And that kind of like same flow on from the farmlands into the ocean. Those little like huts hidden in the grass. I found that very pretty. And then when my phone decided to run out of space so I couldn't film anymore, we ended up picking up some hitchhikers, which was funny, and they were super cute, an Italian and a Japanese girl. They were just living their best lives hiking around Tasmania, and I'm like, just inspired me. I want to do that. Darcy has just gone for a run. I'm vegging out here. I don't know why, but at the moment I'm just so tired. I feel like maybe it's just the classic old, you know, when you finally stop and slow down, then you like get sick and run down because your body is like wigging out that you're not on overdrive. Maybe it's that. It's also our last night, so I think we might go to a little cafe or something there. So we might go have dinner there. Last day in Tassie and I'm repping my op shop jumper. I think we're gonna go inland today and then back to the airport. So let's see what we find. Overall, we loved our first experience of Tassie. We just found it so peaceful and just really enjoyed the fact that there was just so much open, vast, untouched space. Also, it just had so much character. There was old buildings that felt like it had stories and history to tell. We just had such a calm, slow-paced visit, and it was just rejuvenation that we were both seeking. Perfect little birthday getaway, and we just ended it by pretty much eating ourselves silly until we had to fly out.